and the family, friends, and tools that help me endure and eventually overcome the struggle. The following poem is haunted with the pains of yesterday. This poem is called The Night Moves. The moon is love, and the night moves. Close the door. Aching surprise mounts this eve. Blessed sun will crawl across the horizon. Heed your will as the darkness bends strangely toward the day. Whisper in my ear the songs of your solitude. The moon is love, and the night moves. The following poem is from the same book and reflects on the craft of writing. My intent is to bend words and to order phrases to communicate an idea that will stay with you. Here's a poem simply entitled, Poem. I want to write a poem as simply wrought and as honestly rendered as the song. I want to write a poem as wayward on the wind and as rotund as the tree. I want to write a poem as vast and as moving as the ocean. I want to write a poem as free and falling as the autumn leaf. I want to write a poem as epically storied and as affectingly beautiful as the sparrow. I want to write a poem as well-loved and as tenderly nurtured as the newborn. I want to write a poem a thing of beauty, like you and me. The next poem, also from A Dawn Run Hot with Morning, concerns a pivotal moment in recovering from a loss, a moment when everything changes. This poem is called Cloud Lift.
Cloudless?
Cloud Lift.
Lift.
Lift and lift. Cloud Lift. Browbeaten and fearful, I cowered, afraid to let the day in. Then one day the abounding cloud of fear lifted, and I stood alone. Now seeking adventure, even the walls and windows submit to the stream of my will. Color me the brightest shade of happiness. I am relentless. The last poem that I'll read from A Dawn Run Hot with Morning points to the loss that is so central to this book. It concerns in short order the loss of a dear friend. Here's a poem entitled Overnight. The leaves turned, the rose petals fell, it happened overnight. The streets flooded, the ground swelled, it happened overnight. The plants died, the nights grew long, it happened overnight. Her brow lines furrowed, her convictions waned, it happened overnight. His temper quickened, his love vanished, it happened overnight. Their paths diverged, they closed the book, it happened overnight. My latest collection of poetry, songs and sketches, is about storytelling through verse. In this book, I cover long descriptive poems which meld themes of family, faith, and history. The next poem, called Hartford Jazz Festival, documents the people watching I did while attending this wonderful annual festival. Here's a poem entitled Hartford Jazz Festival. Each year, they come by the hundreds, even by the thousands, to see the festival's bold and renowned musicians boogie down to the newest hits and the oldies, so revered and so loved. Some come toting wagons filled with blankets, umbrellas, tents, barbecue, and spirits. They come with friends and kin. Witness the latest fashion trends and boldest fresh from the salon hairdos. Wedges do just fine in grass, and jump-combed finger waves do well in the humidity. Gentlemen wear fedoras, and babies wear custom couture. Watch as they come by the many, covering the hill below the Capitol building, a wave of black faces in all shades of brown. Mocha, cocoa, cafe con leche, and cinnamon milk, each brown body wrapped in bright pinks, pale blues, and dynamic oranges. The meek arrive early, the fashionable arrive late. Makeshift cigar bars under tents attract the young and the single. Come one, come many, for the jazz lovers' delight. My last poem, also from Songs and Sketches, is one that you may recognize. The poem is from Bragg's first crisis event back in 2017. The poem, called Precious Childhood, was inspired by a bust created by Bragg artist and sculptor Francesca Davis. The bust is actually of her granddaughter, whose name is Severn. At the time the bust was created, Severn was just 15, on the precipice of adulthood, leaving childhood behind. Here's a poem entitled Precious Childhood. There's something in the shadow cast over her eyes, and the light captured by her forehead, the singularity of her nose and lips, and her short chin accented by her angular cheeks. She's a child born into the world with strength and poise. Her smile is not eager. Her faith is hard won. Her youth belies her wisdom. She was a resilient young woman. There's something so precious about childhood. The mind yet to know, the eyes yet to see. The promise so clear but unsettled like fertile soil in spring. Severed, like a river running through, runs through their lives like a welcome torrent, lifting and changing the landscape as it flows forth. She, like a thunderstorm, stirring through the night, making white rapids of the gone stream, momentarily disrupts the depth of her family's feelings for her. That family, who peppers her life with hope and love, is uplifted to see their reflection in her eyes, in her open, opaque eyes. Reaching, stretching, growing, conquering, hoping, dreaming, running, remaking, tearing lives apart to make new things of their own forgotten dreams.